taking a lot of damage. Weeha, not able to finish him off. Still 6 wand charges, of course. Era did... Oh, he's still level 1. Amidst Kuroki. Kuroki will be... Well, here's Mind Control. Does get that 1 kill we talked about. We called it Syndrin. We said Silverlight wouldn't feed, so that means he won't die anymore in lane. Unless he's ganked. Now, Weeha, meantime, might not be able to save himself as Puck comes in supreme, able to take him out with quick succession. I can't speak. GH. We'll get the much needed levels here in the lane. But this opens up top lane. Go ahead. Impair. Yeah. Let's continue on hitting the blade, and that'll be used. Easy kill. Not sure. Wasn't the cooldowns on that. Yeah, the little stutter step.
Who turned up, baby?
Right. Yeah, just because you have that stutter step, obviously every cast animation is forever. Yeah. Well, it was. Alright, Weeha. I'm in the middle of the pack right now, not surprisingly. Yeah, Centaur's going to use ult, Mind Control. Going to get out of dodge with his ult. Looks like he will do so successfully and get a courier. Only Mind Control can make that look good. Jeez.
Nothing. That wasn't too much.
Supreme ends up feeding mid, by the way. Like I said, got picked off mid, so has taken the lead in terms of the CS, and able to be out in front of both Kuroki and GH, who is now completely out of mana. Weeha. Looks like he's going to help clean up this stack. Actually, there's a couple stacks here. This is going to be a nice steal for them. I don't know if it's been Era stacking those or not. It's very low level still. Oh, he's going to get a courier there. It's all worth it. Oh, can he get 2? He doesn't do enough damage. Does get that 1 courier, but he's going to find that a lot of these creeps have died. That is a stupid question. If you stack a creep and the enemies kill it, why don't you get some gold for that, Cinder? You help them a little bit, you know? You can hear that. You can use that scouting, scout a little bit, know where they are. That could be a cool feature that we can get at 7.27. You know, very important.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
That's right. I know he listens to all my suggestions, but he's never put any of them in. So just waiting for that one idea. You should. I've had some good ones. He put in Lycan Ags from Slacks. Come on. I have to come up with something better than that. One day that's going to be a meta thing. You know that, right? It's actually going to be a thing. That's a good point. The rubber band patch was one of the worst of all time. To go along with Jug Troll, that was a pretty terrible patch. It's all relative. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, bottom lane. Mind Control. Will he die? This time around, Stampede is used. And they finally take him out. Did have his ult, but wouldn't have gotten out. Level 1 ult takes so long to actually activate. But he already got the value out of it, so he's fine. Casting the Major a couple years ago, that was the first time that I saw a PL go for the Doppelganger talent at 25, because until then most people were going for the crit. That's when it started to transition. and it was Miracle doing it. My God. One of the most annoying talents in the entire game. It's just constantly up. I don't know how you kill this guy once he gets to that level. That was a different patch. Games went longer back then. Not so much these days. First of all, how dare you? Centaur is a great pusher. He just stands there and does damage to the tower. Cinder and Underlord is irrelevant, okay? Centaur is my boy. Although I should be talking shit because he needs buffs. What? Okay, well, Miracle's gonna take even more. I'm just gonna pretend I haven't been talking this whole. In fact, let's just implement the mute real quick. Try that. Let's test it out for the betterment of society here. Era forces out the doppelganger. Looks like Miracle's gonna have to back up here. GH for a little cheeky Spike Carapace play. Of course, we didn't mention this, but Spike Carapace, of course, we did see it once. Absolutely incredible against Eliminate. That was some good clean stuff for him. They set this up. Coil will activate. I think GH is fine though. Yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna send us an egg on that. Oh, he actually pops his ult. Is he gonna have TP support here? He's just getting chased on Miracle. He's gonna attempt to TP out. It's not even remotely close. That's a big team fight. Ult is down now.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's their Man, Era, and Saberlight. Seeing the red Underlord pit of maps. GH is here though. Era does have time lapse back into the pit. Supreme doesn't have coil for 8 seconds. Not sure. Don't check every single cooldown. I can't answer these questions.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
Rocky is in a solo kill. Doesn't have coil for 8 seconds. I love this collection of creeps. The tomato, the ghost, and of course the ogre creep that has been slightly nerfed, but still quite good. Looks like GH is trying to steal some farm, but will able to do so in his vendetta farm. Have to back out. That's old school days. I mean, I first started playing Dota 1, I just buy perseverances. They gave tons of damage, great regen. It's a good item. Yeah. What about Valorant? You don't even have a key yet. How can you be better than me? Oh, let's see. Pit of Malice. We're gonna see the Yules. It's gonna be a double proc now. Saberlight getting Laguna will stampede, but to no avail. Well, Snake and company are gonna have to back out. This looks to be a potential tier 1 tower now for Team Nigma. Supreme is pretty close to his Blink Dagger. What?
Sorry, I tried the thing you asked for. It doesn't work very well, right?
What? That's That's echoing. That's not muting me.
I mean,
I mean, you don't listen to me half the time, and I don't listen to you half the time. That's just that's normal caster.
to hear me say your stuff. He's paying attention.
That's true. That is different. I do appreciate that. Thank you.
I thought I had to repeat your stuff for you to notice what was going on. If you say something else, you're not going to realize that's
Well, every time you say Valorant, I wake up. You know, that's all I need. Take me. But what was I going to say? So we have Dagger now, Cinderin. Is that when they start a little bit more aggressive, perhaps? Because it feels like they're playing very passive. Snake was farming a lot. He almost mech himself. It was very, very passive play overall.
I think fighting stuff in general is just a little bit tough right now. Protect mind control. Oh, he's just gonna back off. So the issue here is, do you have the burst to get through? Chen is getting him soon as well. But can you get through the VOD in this or front line to kills with Puck? And who are you ganking? Has to gank. That's a good kill. That's really a position.
The answer to the question is still behind the jungle, but the Anagon is going to keep him alive a little bit longer. Caught a little defensively, but I think that was the right move. It dissuaded the rest of Team Nigma coming in. They get the gun to Lena.
Yeah, I think he's just out of position in the river. This is the hero you want to find as an IP. If you find and open the Lena, that's the perfect situation. But that's also the hero you shouldn't be able to find. So got a little bit gifted there. The reason I'm looking for an IP right now is that Troll has a battlefield in one farm, so Puck needs a friend to kill with, and it's probably going to be the Centaur. Weaver doesn't offer too much, doesn't offer very much either in the way of damage, so getting through the heals and defensive line of Nigma is pretty difficult. But if you find Delina, not too tough at all.
That's true. Alright, there's a lot of items coming up on both respective sides. My control did go for the hood, by the way. We'll be finishing the pipe momentarily. You mentioned the mech on the side of Kuroki, but Nip basically has both those items as well. Sableye will have his pipe, Taneko has mech delivered. So actually simultaneous things from both respective sides. But you're right, Charlie goes more defensive, or not defensive, but the farming build here. So to wait a little bit longer. It pays off.
I'm debating if this was the right choice for this game. Nick's got caught. And
Nick's dead. Yeah. Get the heels off. Going for boots of travel now. Don't you... Anytime I see this, boots of Yule's... I just, for some reason, think was it minus 45 second respawn time is?
Oh, I think it was
that
30 on the respawn balance. See, I struck had another bad day. But that was a real bad one. Yeah. Good thing for
that. Shrines? People didn't hate shrines, right?
Frame taking
the occasional complaint here and there, but it wasn't like this outcry.
DOTA is a very complex game. It's very difficult to do it right every time. Whether you're playing, casting, or patching the game. Everybody makes mistakes, including Supreme. He just caught off guard.
Yeah, very nice. Characters, of course, setting all of that up. Level 4 is a force. Pretty nice. Air's pretty close to finishing his spirit, so that's a thing for him, at the very least. Looks like the Roche is target, though. I don't see Nip really doing much about this. No. Especially with Puck on the door.
Another point like Shen, especially on the inside. It's easier to control.
Oh, steal it with Illuminate. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, no.
The Radiant.
So very close.
NIP with gold lead, but it doesn't really feel like they're right now. But it can definitely translate into a real, and Troll starts truly coming online. So I was thinking if it's the right approach for them to hang on Saberlight.
Bit of malice. In the Impale, Saneko does have ult, but Centaur has his as well. I don't think he's inside this. Will-O-Wisp pops, still available. You use it. Miracle's gonna get slowed, Saneko as well. And I believe Nip is gonna be fine. They do clip Saberlight, but now has Team Nigma gone too far?
Yeah.
Don't look like it.
Really, it took them so long. In the meantime, Troll's just farming.
Yeah.
If do get the tower.
Two
It's
also.
okay. Yeah, that's true. They forced the coddle, especially really good. I think you're okay with it. But yeah, you would obviously have loved to find the kill and get access to the tower a little bit easier. It's just taking quite longer than they were hoping for. So, they're kind of controlled and nobody here's really help. So, I was wondering for Charlie in this game, if he went for a faster tempo build where he wants to fight, like let's say Diffusal Rush, how NIP would have played the game if they could have been hungry and actually taken the fights. Because if he does do that and fail 2 fights, his hero is just right? Yeah. That's why he ensures that he stays relevant. So, maybe they identified that they weren't favored enough.
Goodness.
He died.
Well, the other thing to think of, and I know this is probably the wrong mentality, maybe not, but if you go for Diffusal first, like, what are you doing at PL later in the game?
Yeah,
Like, Battle Fury is just incredible. I mean, we've seen Maelstrom. I don't know how fast you'd ever get Mjolnir on it, but like Maelstrom is definitely a normal pickup from time to time. Saberlight getting slowed perpetually from Miracle. Then Echo will be found out by mind control. Let's have it to the mouse available. He actually gets the moves very shortly for that. Coil onto 2. This is the time to try to kill Miracle if they can, but no damage to follow. Nice blinding light. That's going to be the death of Lena to start this fight for Team Nigma as Troll comes into the fray. Able to take out one here. That's the though. It looks like the Underworld will not be able to get out with the Dark Rift. Miracle now on the run at half HP. Taneko still here with his mech fully good to go. Spirit Vessel is applied to Miracle. He's going to attempt to get out. Doppelganger. Is he faking this? No, my God. It's bursted through the illusion.
It's the
3 for nothing. And the
same problem again. If Lena gets caught, they're in trouble. And we tried to follow through on the Underlord opening. They got the Pit of Malice on Coddle, and then he wanted to reach in with Lena and get the stun off, but they layered the pit, and then he had to wait for the Yule to come down, got silenced by Puck, caught, and easy fight for NIP. So important that Lena doesn't become the target of the fight. It's the best case scenario for NIP, and they very clearly have identified to just snowball that fight.
Oh, they want to go for more. A counter initiation from Saneko. Can they kill Weeha again? No, he's super fast. But they will get the tier 2 tower. Charlie will net it for himself. Willow is still available there. Saberlight very low on HP, but doesn't look like Radiant are going to be able to chase him down at all.
Look how big a lead NIP just managed to get out of this.
Yeah.
In terms of win expectancy, this game has been in Nigma's territory for quite a while, just probably favoring the Phantom Lancer, as it tends to do. It loves Phantom Lancer. But now, that was such a big swing. Gained a few thousand gold in the span of minutes. And most importantly, this mid... They can start playing really aggressively. Troll is getting online with Sanjay and Yasha. You've identified that if we jump Lena, the fights are kind of easy, actually.
Yeah.
So,
do you think...
gotta really watch out for that.
You think that Charlie will Satanic or just not go to BKB?
I like the Satanic. I think there are a lot of stuns, but it doesn't feel like you're going to 100 to 0. In Sunshine, your team around. There's Stampede, there's Puck, Coddle, Light, tons of things that can delay your death, and then the Satanic pays off big time. You have Magic Wands to guarantee to get mana to get your spells off against Diffusal. I think it's solid.
Crimson almost online for Saberlight. That is going to be a very nice pickup. That's Charlie taking out a stack of Ancients now. And he has
his
the Ring of
Battle Fury.
Akita.
His Battle Fury is definitely paid off. Right? Like,
oh yeah.
It's... If he went Diffusal and they were on this timer where they need to win fights, who knows? They might have won them and be this far ahead as well. But now that he has the Fury and they managed to do it anyway, you feel so good in the game right now. You feel very confident that you can take this all to late game and even beat the PL with your Troll Puck Central combo.
Perspective that they should have just been pushing a little bit earlier, perhaps, to not allow that farm to come through with the Battle Fury. They do have Chen, they do have Underlord. They're going to get Dark Rift actually used. What was this for? He cancels it. Might have been a... There's no way that was a misclick. That's something you have to really fuck up if it's not there.
I don't think Nigma really put it much harder than they did. They've taken 4 towers, right? They've done a pretty good job, and they got the Roche. It's just the fight that they've taken where Weeha has died first just cost them all of the advantage that they've built with pressure. And in the meantime, you notice this ticking Troll time bomb is farming up.
Yeah, Scouting it out, but they're going to take the tier 2 for free. We'll smoke shortly after. Ping was there. I'm not sure Nigma is aware of this or not. Of course, like he talked about, the Roche was
Lights kind of started off.
Be able to get it. Yeah, he gets stun right off the bat. It's coil, but Peel is not one of them. That's a really important thing to get into that coil. We're going to find the Nyx assassin. Looks like he'll be the first to fall. No big use, just that. Chen will be the follow-up kill. Back onto GH. Half HP. Still has Hand of God available. Just wait until some teammates are a little bit low to get value out of that. Saberlight, of course, with the Crimson Guard double impale from the bottom back onto GH. Is now Era. Quite a bit of trouble. Has to time out that. We are in a weird position again. Completely surrounded by enemies. He's going to get taken out pretty easily by the support Era on the Weaver. This last right should do the trick. Indeed, it does. Troll World very low. Pops his ult inside the pit of. He's going to steal a little bit here. Doesn't have enough to actually get out. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So a lot was expended from both respective teams. And we have to look at the graph to see who actually wins this. But obviously, the Troll Warlord going down is the big skill. But again, I feel like the Weehaw death unnecessary.
Well, this time around it was very different because yes, he died, but he died late. The way the fight opened, Puck used all his spells on catching a Nyx Underlord. He didn't do anything to the Underlord, then buyback, and leave to play the fight freely for a long time. Yeah, we had to end up dying in the end. And I agree, it probably could have been avoided. He did a lot of damage and cost a lot of life. That's what you need. It's very clear that Nigma's lineup relies on this getting caught first, and especially if the enemy team uses spells on Guy with buyback and the Fat Boy, then for it's kind of the best thing.
Did you say he did a lot of digital chaos?
No, I would not say that.
Oh, okay. Just checking. We do have a pause now.
Okay.
As a, God, that no comment.
Yeah,
I was gonna go somewhere. I probably should go. Greaves are almost finished on Kuroki. That's an exciting one.
Yeah.
Can take off those whirling axes so he can attack again. That's really important for Chen to dispel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, the bonus armor aura when people get low from Greaves is really good this game. So
True. True.
That's good. Yeah, I think this last fight was actually maybe a bit more important than we give it credit for, just because they finally stifle Troll a little bit. Miracle gets a big kill, and now when the next fight rolls around, Miracle will probably have a Basher. They have the Greaves, and is there anything else they're going to grab? Lina will probably get the Blink too. So Blink on Wii is really good this game. You need to be able to reposition yourself. You can duel into Blink away unless the enemy is really on top of you. You get Catch. Can jump and burst the Weaver, for example, which will become a problem. Era's Ags will be a huge issue later on in the game.
It's not that later either. I mean, he's relatively close, only 1,500 away. So
yeah, Philosopher's Stone will do that for you.
Oh, I didn't see that. It's so funny. Like, you go back. Oh, I guess not far back, but board, man. Aghanim's Scepter change everything for this hero. Such a good item.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He is sitting bottom lane, waiting for somebody to harass. Actually, trying to push out these lanes, but doesn't feel too safe. Tier 1 tower is still standing in this top lane, surprisingly enough.
Not much longer, I think.
Neko. Yeah. Has Ghost Scepter for the PL. That's...
I feel like by now Centaur would have tried to get this tower, but it doesn't seem like he's been... They don't have any plans of getting it anytime soon, it looks like. So never mind that.
Oh, look at this. Saberlight is actually equipping a repair kit, and he's not in his base. Not a common sight for me.
His item has got a lot better.
It has.
20 regen. It is so much. It is a lot. But it didn't need something like that, right? It was a weird neutral item because it only really had defensive use, whereas most of the items have, like, you know, appliances in any type of team fight. You can do something, but this one was just weird. Application. Fine.
Refrigerator.
Yeah.
Is an appliance.
Exactly.
What do you think of Titan Sliver, by the way? It was was nerfed like 2 different times, and it still feels like it's.
real.
He had the Mindbreaker or Titan Sliver, but it feels like from a PL perspective, just this item is amazing.
It's super good on heroes that have a lot of base attribute, right? Because of the base attack damage. So on a Phantom Lancer, it's really, really nice. He has high agility, 3.2 game per level. Yeah, Mindbreaker skill is no joke either. It allows him to kill heroes like Puck if he holds us down, if he gets on top of them. But I think this is just more stable. Mindbreaker on 6. Because then he can,
That's true. Yeah.
open up on Caudle, for example, and Caudle can't respond, or open up on the Puck, and Puck has to Yule instead of phase shifting, and opening on the Weaver, he can't Shikuchi. There's many really nice uses here for that item.
Roche is coming up soon. Nip knows this. They actually smoke now. As the Illusions, will they scout it? Oof. No. And the Roche has now spawned, so that's going to be a big contesting thing. My English is escaping me right now. It's a point of contention. Thank you, Tindrell. Link in, Hoofstomp. GH gets, and that's Impale. But there's a Caudle ult on top of 2 Nyx Assassin at HP. Looks like they're going to find Underlord pretty easily. Surprisingly so, but I guess when it's a 5v1, it's not too hard after all. GH falls now, and that means that Roche can open up here. There is a buyback, though, and a Dark Rift available. And Mike
there. That was weird to watch. Mind Control was tanking the gank. They had Nyx next to it. And they put the Carapace on Nyx, and there's no follow-up. There's no Lina stun. The Chen wasn't in range with all of his stuff, the Greaves, the heals. PL didn't go in. Just looked a bit disconnected. That was...
Yeah.
Because they were hiding on, right? Like, I thought Nigma were controlling this area, and they were going to be ready for the attack.
They're actually going for Roche here. Say, out of the 2 teams, I don't know who's going to win this game, but Nick has just looked very solid. Like, they haven't really made any huge mistakes in either game so far. Being quite low, Supreme has Coil available. So they're going to find the Troll Warrior. Gets LSA'd into the Lagoon Blade. The defensive Crystal are going to keep him alive now. Coil on a couple heroes, it looks like this. Carly will walk away at Underlord. He doesn't have a dieback can probably get him. Underlord pops his balance, but that is an absolute dieback for him. Already popped his in a bot Charlie. No mana to speak of. It's going to try to 1v1 Miracle. We're now turning to a 4v1. As there's the stun. He's rooted again. It's going to be really close. Charlie ends up getting the kill. It's a 3 for nothing. And somehow Troll will live. And it looks like Weeha will be the 4th death. And Roach is free. Okay, Troll did die. Alright. They do find that kill. Who takes the Aegis now? I guess it's the Supreme. But a really good fight again from... Man, they're playing so well today.
Yeah, Weaver, Eggs, and... Oh my god, they found you.
Oh, I didn't see it get that finished. Man. Well, Impale's gonna miss, and... Yeah, okay. So that's a full team wipe.
They're destroying them. It's flat out outplaying them in both games.
Yeah, I was gonna say, out-executing at every step of the way so far. I'm gonna say here, Troll Warlord is usually the one that you want. He just, I mean, obviously he's dead, but Puck is not a bad constellation. It's a really good hero. He did take it.
I kind of like it in Centaur, actually, just because this is the hero that can see Chakra the best out of the 2, right? And will frontline the most. Okay.
Oh, that must have felt so good. All right,
Enchanted
Quiver.
2 towers
Next.
It's a lot of damage. And part of the Puck combo. Nice.
So tell me why you left this. Why not the teams?
The way the fights are happening, he's really going in first team, right? He's frontlining completely. If they try to hit high ground, he can do it. Like you talked about, Sam can't do it, and I said he's not good against Underlord. But when you have the Aegis, you have a bit of a buffer to...
I feel like the cheese is enough, though, because you're the one that's going to have the most time to actually activate it.
I would agree with that. I think the cheese on him would be good, too.
Bottom tower is under attack.
In a way, maybe he should have both, actually. I don't know. Just let him
Did
take
you mute
everything for
me
a
again?
minute.
Have you muted me?
No.
Okay.
No, we're fine.
Actually agreeing with me for once. That was weird.
Yeah, I know. Everybody has bad days. All right, he got out?
That's true. The sentry isn't vision.
Oh,
Spike Carapace is there. He's going to walk north.
Gemma Puck, he's dead.
Yes. GH is dead. That's the correct statement.
See you in the spring.
He is still going for his Yules, so... I mean, look, the net worth right now. Miracle and Charlie are not too far away from each other. Charlie taking the close to 1k advantage right now. I mean, if this game goes like 50, 60 minutes, I know you haven't had a lot of experience with 60-minute games yourself as of late. Which lineup would you favor in theory?
Radiant's middle tower is
If you put me on the spot, I would probably favor the Dire.
I think time-lapse is
X,
ridiculous.
it's so good late game.
Yeah.
But Farm Troll, I think Tricore of Troll, Centaur, Puck actually scales really, really well. And from the Luna, it just has this tendency of falling off.
Aegis, will it be used? Time-lapse, there it is. So he has 3 lives now, Cinderin. Even more, because cool, I believe it's only 16 seconds.
And then give him the
on
cheese, then
time-lapse.
he has 5 lives.
Yeah, you know what? This is the new meta. You just pick Centaur and you put literally everything on him. Even the neutral items. You can't stack them anymore, but you put them around him. Give him a feeling invincible, okay? That's the
I
strat.
just literally drop them on the ground so I can just swap in and out during the fight and take whichever. No, I feel like
Back
this one.
is also available.
Yeah, but if you pick it up,
activated.
it has no cooldown.
That's
So you
true.
put them around him in like some sort of summoning circle.
Oh, GH is going to be found again. Dagon does connect. Yeah, easy kill. What Dagon level is this? Dagon 2 now.
Yeah. 3
It's
on
funny
the way
that
out.
the puck. How often do pucks go for Dagon these days? Because the first time I started seeing it consistently was when that 25 talent gave GPM, which is obviously not there anymore. But now we're seeing it. Is it more
Yeah.
consistent? In old
It's
days?
a good value. I think in this patch, Dagon is better than before because of the net worth changes. It's higher impact when you get it than before, relative to the field of items. And obviously now that pucks are throwing spell amp over face shift attack a lot of the time, it's amplified that much more, right? So it's good.
Is actually so broken. Of course, starts not buildings that can't attack him. He doesn't consider it a fair fight. Attack.
Heart, no.
He didn't do jack. It rhymed as well.
You're right, Shannon. You're right the whole time. Centaur is indeed going to high ground this game. You called in the ping.
I'm always right. Let's be real. Okay, there is initiation. Oracle was activated very early. They're trying to save Miracle's life. Looks like they'll do so. They'll have a short walk back. Charlie, no more ult for you, my friend. They don't even get the range racks, although Aaron might go in for a little poke here. Ends up getting the time lap again. Not sure how long the Aegis is going to last. Do get the range racks. Saberlight is all alone. Again, Aegis. Time lapse 8 seconds. This is a raid boss like I've never seen. He kind of I feel like he needs to die. They want to actually use the Aegis to some degree. So we'll see if that ends up being correct or not.
He has 111 regen because his heart is also amping the regen he gets from the repair kit.
See, I feel like this might be a game where if Miracle does get 25, critical strike, man. He's doing damage right now. Good lord. Saberlight.
And Cottle can always give him the mana that he just had burned. Man, this is sexy. There we go.
Alright, well, initiation. Get Pistol Blade under the puck. They're going to find him with the Laguna Blade. So a good start for Team Nigma to start this off. But Charlie, living through the day, has the BKB activated. No ult for a little bit. It has to pop cheese. Will attempt to TP out. Will do so successfully. And now the rest of Nip on the run. So a little bit miscalculation. Ajax, I believe, just ran out. I don't think he died. Which begs the question, why not just use it?
Yeah. I mean, if that fight was any indication, he should have had the edges on the puck, right? Because he actually got killed when he got abyssal by the PL. But I think that was the abyssal reveal. I could be wrong, but I don't think I saw it used earlier in the game. I feel like it's a fresh item that Miracle just got. And either way, whatever it was, it caught the puck by surprise and got the kill with Laguna. And it matters a lot to kill off the Lina for the Dire. Oh, if you lose your puck on the Dire side, suddenly the fight is a lot more open.
I just feel like that was kind of... It was not all in, that's not the right word for it, but it was overkill to put that much on Centaur. Like, what's the point? You can't even... They literally can't even kill him. He can't even use the Aegis. He wanted to die. You have time lapse in the back. As long as Era doesn't get caught off. Like, How do you kill Centaur? Of course, the issue for them is Troll has to be barracks because Centaur doesn't do anything.
But it really can't be overstated how important the caudal actually is for this whole piece of the puzzle. Like when you're Centaur late game and you're super tanky, usually what PL will do is he will burn all your mana and then he will just ignore you the rest of the fight. And it's just like, whatever, I'm gonna go on other heroes. But there's always that mana burst coming in from caudal. He has Greaves and Chakra, so you can't ignore Saberlight ever. He will be a problem the whole fight. Oh, he's gonna break the smoke.
Ooh, he sure is. Goes on top of Kuroki. And now everyone goes on top of him. If you can do anything about this missile plate again
with blinding light coil.
Blinding light out of the coil. Can they kill Miracle? Will, beautifully done. Now Mind Control forced to use Dark Rift again, but Laguna Blade does rip the puck in half. So it's a 1-for-1. Going for Lincoln's now and stopped at Dagon 3. I don't know if you noticed that. It's not building Dagon 5 anymore.
Shit. I still think this is high ground territory for Nip though. They don't know that there's no buyback on the PL though. They don't know for sure. So maybe they're going to hesitate a little bit to really lay on the pressure here. But definitely, GH is running into Sentry Ops combo. They know he's here.
GH gets slowed.
The gem is on the wrong side.
They're not going to find him, I don't think.
Get the
40. That mark is here. And it's going to be split, actually.
Yeah, Weed's covering the other side. He will be getting his items now.
Wait, Spell Prism on... Okay, it's meme time. Okay, this is the place, Syndrin.
You don't get Ags on Troll and Spell Prism, if that's what you're going to suggest right now.
No. Spell Prism on Puck, Octarine Core, then Arcane Room. Because you can control your RNG at that point. Because you've prayed to enough RNG guys that you will successfully find it. And then you have infinite phase shift.
You just stay in it.
Did they fix that actually? Or is that still technically possible?
I think there was a bug where Octarine Core was stacking, and that was the reason you could do the infinite phase shift thing. And they fixed that bug, and then mathematically it's possible, I think, with the exact things you just... I believe it's possible.
Yeah.
You got a Relic instead.
Winning play to me.
Also really good.
What?
Way longer coil stun.
Like, you said
50% spell damage. Said Relic, you fill in the dots.
Fill in the dots.
That's
that
not
what
how
you
you say it. No, it's not. You fill in the blanks.
They're very good.
Thank you.
Now, for those of you that
not
don't
native
know,
speaker.
Syndrin taught me English.
Me bad Englando.
He did a pretty bad job, though, I have to say.
I had a bad day.
Do you remember, like, our first time casting, not first time, but first year casting together, Captain's Draft? I had a very embarrassing, I mean, for me, it's not embarrassing because I have no shame. I don't...
The Breathe Fire?
Easily. Yeah, oh my god, you remember! Holy how do you remember that? Oh my... So, for those that don't know the story, which is literally 99.9% of you, aka just Syndrin knows, I thought Breathe Fire was spelled without an E on breathe. Isn't that incredible? A native English speaker, the only language I really know.
Oh,
I didn't
debatable.
know that. I guess that is true. I mean, compared to other Americans, I definitely know it better. Can we agree on that?
Is that an accomplishment?
It doesn't matter if it's an accomplishment. It's true. It's not fake news, Syndrin. Saberlight is 24 right now on this Centaur. Now, question for you. I think Hoofstomp duration typically take these days, but Hoofstomp duration this game might be needed.
It's what you always...
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I think Retaliator is pretty rare.
Depends on
Hoofstomp's it's just insanely good. 4.25 second AoE stun.
And the worst stun in the game to the deep...
You have Caudal. And underestimate having Caudal with stun. You can get through off really quickly. You can't get them off full succession unless you get a cooldown reduction, but you can almost chain them with Caudal. Very powerful.
DD on Charlie right now. You got the Whirling Axis cooldown talent. We're going to see level 25s this game, Syndrin. I know it's been a while since you've gotten to experience one of these yourself.
No, that happens all the time. It's the tier 5 items that I never got to.
That's true. It's a 60-minute game. They're when you...
They're rare. They are few and far in between.
Not for me. So for the tier 5 items.
The game right now will revolve fully around Roshan. Both teams will want to control this area, and Nigma are trying to get some sort of push and info in the top half of the map with GH plus Miracle, and they're going to scan the pit. And so here's the classic bait. He's going to trigger the scan red around the pit, and then they're not going to go in. They're going to instead try to loop around.
They just killed the courier, so they know that they're not in there anymore. But they might clash anyway. Malachi's defensive manner here. Top of Kuroki. He's already at half health. This will be popped as well. Looks like Kuroki will fall. Gets off his hand of God at the last moment, but is really just for himself, because nobody's really low from the side of Team Nigma. Oh, the hook stomp's going to be there in time, very close. Coil as well. This is on an illusion. They're beating the shit out of it, and they get it, Cinder. They get the illusion, but
they did.
No Coil, though. No Coddle ult. I don't know. Can you take this without those? No Centaur ult?
Probably. I mean, it doesn't do have Nigma are ready to go close.
Yeah, they're showing on the map as well.
Yeah, they're giving them all the info, so they're giving it up. There were a lot of pretty scary things happening in that fight. I'm sure they did cool, but Scream's initiation to begin with looked really dodgy. He jumped in, got a sound off, and then phase shifted, and he got caught in a pit of malice. He could have died there in the opening of the fight, and that could have been real bad. Miracle's gonna find
real bad. Yeah, Snake was dead. Quick kill. They picked up the Aghanim Scepter synth, and it was on Puck, which, I mean, that's the perfect hero to have it for. The Coil will be even stronger against the likes of PL. I mean, PL is the one that you're really struggling to kill in these fights. And he actually has an illusion escape, which is incredibly good. He's gonna get a stomp. Charlie, they do a lot of damage. Let's see if this can counter him to some degree. Gets the doppelganger off, but he's finding the right one. Wow, that was actually really unlucky for Miracle.
That was a word on the high ground, actually, so it would have died anyway, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not even RNG on his side of this game, looks like.
70 seconds.
Yeah, I think... and I should just pull the trigger here. Oh my god, they found Lena too. Yeah, that's a really ward, and that is a really big kill.
That is the Ag's Coil again. Not that it was really needed, but it's technically correct what I just said. It was an Ag's Coil. Haven't seen a time lapse in a while here from Ava. They haven't really needed it.
No.
Ag is available on Weehaw though.
Does Coddle have travels? Let's see if he buys that, if they really commit here, or if they're going to wait for him to TP outpost and then run over. For now, he's
you really
not
think he'll buy Boost of Travel right now? When he's so close to Lincoln's?
He's waiting for Refresher, I think, on Coddle, right?
Or, I mean, sorry, Refresher him, but yeah.
I was just curious if they had made if they made all the PL has no buyback here, or like, we don't think he does.
Right.
You could have travels and just beat it right now.
Oh, stop on to 2. Can they get Lena? This is going to be a dieback for Weehaw if they're able to do so. And Pale connects. Weehaw will be safe now. Underlord gets the mouth. Wait, will Weehaw be safe? Supreme comes with a level 3 dag, and there's the hand of God to keep him alive a little bit longer. Not long enough. 120 seconds. Dieback for Weehaw. Mind Control will be the second to die. Does that buyback? Going to continue to GH. Have to be careful here because PL is now alive, but it is a 3-4. A lot of spells have been expended, including that Will-O-Wisp. The lead Team Nigma have to give this Rex at the very least. They won't have a choice. And the question is, will Nip continue? Likely,
they
yes.
have no reason not to. They can keep giving mana to this troll with the Coddle. They have Aegis, Cheese, the whole thing. It's over.
He does Aegis. Aegis is good to go. Gonna get stunned up. Lord. This will be a dieback on him, able to get it off. Stampede is there. Charlie, very low HP, very low mana, but there's a time lapse again. You know, yeah, it's Aegis, so at the end of the day, it doesn't really care too much about dying right now. And Miracle is able to do a decent amount of damage. Gets blinding lit. Split 5 before as the buyback after the Nix's action comes through. Troll Warlord gets popped. As the right clicks will commence from Miracle, trying to save this game for his team. They're down to 0-1. Will be out of the series. And this is Mega Creeps at the very least, it's not, because Lena is still dead for 45 seconds. Charlie, no ult for another 15 seconds. Has to be a little bit careful, but time lapse is still in back as Era is fully healthy and good to go. So Charlie, Creeps Charlie. This is like a Valorant game, Cinder. Lots of ports left, right, and center, my friend. Charlie. No! He doesn't get it off. Troll Warlord dies, but Megamoves are intact. Looks like they get the Abyss laid off again, so Puck basically using that just on Puck this game, it feels like. And Nigma might be able to get a few kills here. The question is, can they do more than that? Because they are down Mega Groups. 2 buybacks available on Centaur and Troll. Puck, not so much. This is when you wish you had an Aghanim Scepter on my control.
Straight down mid, hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do defend.
He did go critical strike on Miracle. Wow. All right.
Sick call.
Is that what people go in these days? Or is it still doppelganger?
No, I think it's mainly doppelganger, so I think so.
They just feel like they did no damage this game.
All right, well, Miracle got a heart and almost is closing it. Chance. So there is a mathematical chance. Currently 0% according to DOTA Plus, but 0 is more than nothing. So they could definitely.
Wait, does it round up or what? Is it that? Is it a floating number?
I don't know how many decimals it uses.
What is this? Why are all his weapons or all his items on the ground? Okay, well, I some back. So Colorado pretty ginormous right now. Go along. The Ghost Scepter has Command Greaves, Refresher, and a Flicker, which this game not the most useful. What does it take off? I'm not sure. All right, Team Nigma. They're gonna get a set of racks mid. Up in 8 seconds, and you have to assume that Nip will try to defend here. Miracle not even remotely close to this rapier, which I feel like could potentially make that big difference they're looking for. But yeah, they give him racks.
2%.
Over yet.
2%. It went up.
Okay.
I'm ready for
drinking that
legendary comeback here. I'm ready.
I mean, it is a PL game, so
It is.
I've seen this before.
So now
But
Nigma
the
has
good
to
news
send the
for
hero back to
Supreme-
defend, but they could just send one guy and recall that guy with Chen, but they're gonna fullback and give the map back to an IP. Now what do? They can wait for Roche and start controlling the enemy side of the map and just choke them out now, because the pressure will be too much. And if they do it well, Cool will also not get his rapier, because he will struggle to access his shop. They might not know that he's close to it, or that he's even planning on buying it right now. Although this, it's kind of obvious, I would say, that you buy rapier at this point. Alternatively, they're like, okay, we think it could get scary with a rapier. Let's just get it done and not wait for ages.
Yeah.
It seems to be the call right now. I have 2 quad ultis.
I mean, they have buybacks on several heroes here. Everyone just they're gonna jump Weehaw again, and again the same result. He drops to his death. Will-O-Wisp was used though. Not the best placement here. This is like Miracle. Towers are going down pretty quick. That's a double Will-O-Wisp bolt now, and there the right picks, and Miracle will fall. 30 seconds on the deck, and buys back in the game immediately. GH is in a lot of trouble. And they can just go for the ancient here. There's not a whole lot that Team Nigma can do, considering this Will-O-Wisp is redonkulous, especially with that talent. Look at the A on this thing. Good God. Actually insane. And of course, still has that time-lapse available, but it's even remotely low. They really just can't do anything. Time-lapse? Is it coming soon? Not even needed. Ancient, destroyed, and Nip. Nigma 2-0, Cinderin.
Yeah. Man, they outplayed them both games. They executed fights better. I think they maybe have a better understanding of the meta as well, with the timings, what heroes to pick, how to play the map. Looks like Nigma have a bit of